Good day po sa lahat, si Fiscal EJ po ito. Alam nyo, dito sa Pilipinas, we have this massive obsession with an affidavit. But there is a huge misconception among the public regarding the actual weight of an authorized document like an affidavit. Every time a viral affidavit drops, tulad ng Madriaga affidavit o yung sa 18 Marines, marami agad ang nag-aakala na game over na ang laban. Akala ng marami, the document itself is already the evidence that will seal the deal. We tend to think that because it has a dry seal and a signature from a notary public, it is automatically a smoking gun that can convict a person. Pero in reality, an affidavit is just the starting line. Sa mata ng batas, hindi porket sumumpa ka sa papel ay automatic na itong tatanggapin ng korte as the absolute truth. The problem with an affidavit is that it will let you write anything. And I mean anything, kahit pa puro kasinungalingan yan. So, ano nga ba talaga ang isang affidavit? By definition, it's simply a written statement of facts voluntarily made by an affiant under oath. Usually, it serves as a summary of what the witness intends to testify about in court. Basically, it's just a preview of the testimony. Hindi ito ang mismong testimony. But wait, may exception tayo dyan. Take note of the judicial affidavit. Because unlike a regular affidavit, a judicial affidavit is much more detailed because it is designed to serve as the direct testimony of the witness. It follows a question and answer format to speed up trial proceedings. Pero wag po kayong malilito. Even if it is a judicial affidavit, the rule remains the same. If the witness is not presented in court and is not subjected to cross-examination, that document will remain as hearsay. This is where the Pimentel ruling comes in. The Supreme Court, in People v. Pimentel and Reyes, was very clear. Sabi ng Supreme Court, affidavits are generally considered hearsay. Bakit? Because most affidavits are not actually written by the witness. Usually, a lawyer or a staff member drafts it using their own choice of words and legalese. The Supreme Court noted na yung mga nuances o ang tunay na context ay pwedeng ma-omit o ma-misunderstand during the drafting process. Now, here's the real deal breaker. If the witness does not take the witness stand para mag-isa ng opposing counsel, the affidavit has zero probative value. It becomes legally useless para patunayan na totoo ang laman ng claims nyo. Pag walang appearance ng witness, hindi po ma-accept as evidence ang isang affidavit. Now, bago tayo mag-celebrate over viral affidavits, kailangan natin ng serious reality check. First, even if 100 people sign an affidavit, kung hindi sila uupo sa witness stand to prove every single word under oath, baliwala yan. Quantity of signatures does not equal quality of evidence. Hindi po ito paramihan ng pirma. Second, affidavits are notorious for recantations. All a witness has to say is, pinwersa lang ako, or hindi ko naintindihan ang pinirmahan ko, and your entire case will collapse instantly. Maglalaho na parang bula ang kaso nyo. Let's be real. Affidavits are cheap. It only costs a few hundred pesos para magpanotaryo ng dokumento, but it is extremely difficult to survive a rigorous cross-examination from a skilled trial lawyer. So the next time you see a viral document, don't be bullied or blinded by it. Huwag kayong ma-intimidate dahil lang may stamp at seal ng isang notary public. Because truth is not measured by the thickness of the paper, but by the credibility of the testimony in open court. Until that witness is cross-examined, that affidavit is nothing more than a formal piece of hearsay. So yan lang po ang nais kong ibahagi today, and see you in my next video. Maraming salamat po.